Press the bell icon on the YouTube app to never miss a video from News Laundry.
Welcome to News Laundry Interviews. Today I have with me Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi. What does this mean exactly? All India Majlis-e-Ittehadul Muslimin.
It's a political party registered with the Election Commission of India, which talks about, which means creating unity amongst Muslims.
A lot of the support you get is because people see you as the voice of the minority in parliament, and a very articulate voice, but a lot of your attraction of your core base would also be on the base of religion, even though you wouldn't invoke that in a speech. Isn't that right? Isn't that true?
See, as long as I do not ask names in the name of Islam.
Sure, you don't.
I do, then I cross the line, then the MCC will fall on me like wall of China.
The contradiction in your personal approach to religion, which is very personal and you don't necessarily think it's a political rule, and your party name, I guess we will not be able to resolve that because of the identity is there.
I can't do it. 57, I was born in 69.
We had gone a few years ago to Bangalore for that debate.
In a national law school.
National law school debate.
Bangalore, yes.
I remember, we got ready and we went down, and because I think 6:40 I had been told we have to show up, our audience waiting. So sorry, we have to wait 10 minutes because Asad Saab is doing the namaz. I don't think a person like you would ordinarily keep a panel and an audience waiting if, let's say, you wanted to get a cup of tea, or if you wanted to, I don't know, get on the call. You would not. If you said a time, you'd show up. But with religion, you thought it's acceptable, people would accept it. Now that's just a small inconvenience. But it starts from there, and then the speech like Mr. Modi gave, unke kapdon se dekh lo. Now that is so the spectrum on religion, I think, what I'm trying to say is, in a roundabout way, that it makes stuff that would ordinarily be unacceptable, acceptable. And that is why I'm asking, what value do you think it adds in
as far as that panel discussion is concerned, the organizers, I have told them very clearly that this time of mine, the post-evening prayer has very limited time. So I expressly told them. So anyway, if it has caused you inconvenience, I'm sorry for that.
I'm just saying, I'm saying I would have made a comment on it but I would not, just to be sensitive.
Please make it, make it, do it, so that won't really worry me,
Sure.
And I will also have a good laugh on it, so
right.
no worries.
We are recording this on a Monday, Sunday night, up to early morning. Saw some really horrible scenes in Delhi. So what do you think you can do to either pacify the students or make it calm? What do you see the role of leaders such as you, who have a track record of speaking up in Parliament? You have won awards in Parliament for the kind of attendance and the role you have played.
What do you go and tell a girl who's beaten up, who's trying to save a boy, whose hair is pulled, who's hit with a lathi? What do you go and tell them? What do you tell? I don't have words to, if those brave 4 girls come to me, what do I tell them? Oh, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be protecting that boy. What do I tell them? So even when, assume I go and tell them, for them I'll be looking like the biggest hypocrite in the world.
Your speech, you're tearing up the bill. What is your objection to the bill?
The present act fails on all the 3 tests of the reasonable classification, Article 14.
Okay.
And it's not me, but many legal jurists, retired judges have said this.
Although Mr. Salve is appearing every now and then on TV and telling us how it's...
Well, Mr. Salve, someone had leaked even Mr. Salve's opinion. He had given to the government much earlier. So it seems that Mr. Salve is now very close to the present ruling dispensation.
But do you think the law needs to be framed in a way where it becomes constitutional and makes all those inclusions, or you don't think there is any need for any law?
The government is supreme in making laws. That is their sovereign right. But you cannot violate Article 14 and 21. Look at the recent interview given by the Bangladesh Home Minister.
Right.
He says, why would any Bangladeshi come to India? Our GDP is 8%, 8.2%. He said our per capita income is more than India's per capita income. You know, a scathing remark, criticism about the present ruling party.
Is this a new normal of othering communities?
You know, from my experience, we knew that this day was going to come. We knew this was going to come.
So you think it's different now?
Well, it's different or what, I don't know what, but we knew this day is going to come.
But you're saying this is at a political level, or do you think it's there at a social level?
It is there at both levels, social and political level. Because had it not been at social level, why would BJP get 306 seats?
Well, I mean, I think the reasons for that
there are many reasons, but this feeling was there. Because I remember when I was 12 or 13 years old, there used to be RSS people used to come to my home and shout, Owaisi, Pakistan ya Khabristan.
You are a fairly religious man. I'd say you're way more religious than many other people I know. Do you think it is inevitable to be religions so intertwined in politics? Or can we work towards trying to have a politics that does not lean so much on religion, on whether it's votes?
No, you're getting it wrong. See, I'm a religious person, yes I am, but do I mix my religion in my politics?
That's
no.
what I'm saying.
No.
Generally, as in politics, do you think religion should play a role?
No, see, religion is a private matter for individual.
Do you think one can do anything to get away from it, or should we accept it as an inevitability?
You know, there's this great problem with liberal people. But when you speak to any so-called secular liberal people, yeah, oh, Mr. Owaisi, please, at least just stop BJP. What? Shiv Sena has become secular now.
I think you're a very articulate man. I have seen your speeches. I think you're extremely well read and you make very impassioned arguments, which your brother does not. That speech of his, which is very problematic. But no, you don't disagree with the speech of his?
No, you can disagree with him. That's your right.
But you don't.
No, you can disagree with him. We are two different people. You know, it's not that.
But sorry, you agree with that speech because you had said
that is, for example, I'll give you a classic example: the Maharashtra election. The Congress and NCP were using in one breath, don't vote for Owaisi, don't vote for BJP Shiv Sena, we have to defeat them. When the election results are out, you go and have a nikah with Shiv Sena.
What would you rather have seen happen in Maharashtra? The Shiv Sena and BJP?
You know the English saying, if there's hope in hell, that is what is being done now. There are so many secular liberal people, Arey, kya karenge phir? Chalo, if not BJP, Shiv Sena.
When it comes to larger parties, you're obviously very disillusioned with the Congress and the tie-up in Maharashtra. But politics
No, I'm not disillusioned. I knew this was happening.
Isn't politics a bit like a menu, that you can only order what's on the menu, not what's outside it? In your wish list, if your party grows to have a significant, let's you make it to 80% of what you need to form a government, and there's a 20% left, I'm just asking, would you take the help of someone who you ideologically may not be aligned with, but with the belief that I could get incremental change if I took that help, or you would say it's all or nothing?
You know, have you heard this Urdu saying, Billi ke khab mein chichade? That will not happen.
Why are you so confident about that?
It's not good to happen.
Why not? In the last 2-3 days, a huge mobilization of student mobilization on the ground, but it's leaderless, it often meanders. You're still young. I mean, today 50 is young, 50 is not old. Of course it's young. What do you say? You have like 92-year-old heads of...
in India, politician never gets old.
You were once charged by the Election Commission for beating up a Telugu Desam party booth agent or something. Is that right? What happened?
That case got finished. There's no case pending against me.
But you chased him on the streets and beat him up? What did you do?
There was a case against me. But
you got into a physical fight with someone?
Anyway, the case was...
But I'd like to know, like,
no, the case is over now. Why do you fight?
I'm just curious. That's it for now. To watch the full interview, do subscribe to newslaundry.com, and Asad Saab, may I also request you to subscribe to newslaundry.com?
Sure, I do that. I watch you.
Okay.
I watch yours and that your colleague, ladies. It's a very...
Manisha. Right, thank you. So, pay to keep news free, because when the public pays, the public is served, and advertisers pay. Advertisers served. Until next time, it's goodbye from News Laundry.